Hello guys, welcome to the next video on Python. It's me Prakash from Winsoft Technologies. So in this video we are going to see what are arrays in Python and how to work with arrays, defining arrays and printing the elements using index and there is something called slicing and we'll see different types of you know array codes and all we'll see one by one. Okay, so let's get started. So now let us see what is an array first. So array is an object that stores group of similar type of elements. Okay. So if you want to store same type of elements, then we go for an array. So what is the main advantage of array if you see to store and process a group of elements easily. Okay. How we can store easily group of similar elements, I'll tell you in the upcoming examples. And array also can increase or decrease the size dynamically. So this is the unique quality of arrays in Python. If you look at C, C++ arrays, we don't have the flexibility of increasing and decreasing the size automatically. So once the size is defined at the time of initialization or creating array or declaration of array, it is fixed. So that in C, C++, arrays are said to be static type. But here in Python, the arrays are dynamic type. In the sense, after adding some elements to array, if you wanted to insert any element in the middle of the array, it is possible. At the same time, we can also remove an element from existing array. So automatically, whatever elements are removed, remaining elements will be adjusted. Okay, so that is what the benefit of arrays in Python. Okay, so we need not declare the size of array in Python. That is also different in other languages and Python. Okay, now let's move to different type codes of array we have in Python. So the time of declaring array variable, we have to specify the array name followed by its type code and then the elements to be stored according to the type code is important to follow. Okay, if you look at the syntax, there you will be having type code as a mandatory thing that we have to specify. Okay, so let's look at this different type codes like B for signed integer, capital B for unsigned integer, and it occupy B small b, it occupy 1 byte, and capital B unsigned integer also occupy 1 byte. And most widely used are I for integer, and we use D for double or precision floating point values, which occupy 8 bytes, and we use U for Unicode characters. In the sense, if you want to store group of characters or array of characters, we go for U as a type code. Okay, so these type codes we need to remember while working with arrays. Okay, so let's see how to create an array. So if you want to create or declare an array variable, use an array variable in Python, we have to import array module in your program. Then only you are able to work with arrays. So there are three ways to import array module in our program. The first way is this one, like import array. So it just imports array module in the sense array module is available. And if you want to call the function, we have to use array dot array like that. Here I'll show you in upcoming examples. So array is the module name and dot array is the function. Array is the function. So array dot array like that we have to write. So which is quite lengthy. So that is why people go for the second or third model. Okay, if you look at the second model where I'm using ARR as alias name. So import array space as space arr. Okay, so import is a keyword, array is the module name, and as is again a keyword, arr is your alias name. You can give arr or abc or ar1, whatever you want, you can give it. So what it is importing, it is importing array module with alias name called arr. Okay, so then what you can say, arr dot function name is array. So like that you can create an array variable. Okay, coming to the last model, from array import star. So it is simply importing all the elements of the array module. In the sense, it contains classes, all the classes are available, objects, variable, whatever we have in the array module are available to the current program. So this is the easiest way to call the array method. So in this case, if you import like this with import star, just you can say array variable arr is equal to array directly. You need not go for again arr dot array or array dot array as the first example I told you, you need not do like this. So that is why the flexible model is the last one. Okay, anyhow, I'll show you all these three in three examples. Yeah. Now, how to create an array? Okay, so to create an array, we have to follow some syntax. What is that? First, array name is equal to, then array is the function that you have to give, and then type code is mandatory, followed by the elements that you wanted to store. So depends upon the type code, you have to give the elements. Look at the example. So array name is nothing but a here as an example, follows same thing. Array is the function, you have to give the same thing. And then type code is II for integer. Within square brackets, I'm passing the elements. So nothing but a list which is attached to the array itself. So it contains 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50 separated by commas, just like a list tuple. So all the elements of array also should be separated with commas. And here I is the type code represent integer type array where we can store only integer type elements. Okay, so this point is important to remember. Let's see this practically. Let's switch to this PyCharm and we'll see how to work with this array initialization and how to print the elements with index. Okay, yeah, array 1, click OK. So what are we going to do? We're going to define an array, defining array, and we are also going to work with the indexing and slicing both. Okay, so let's import the module first. So how to import? Importing array module. How to import array module now? Just write import. The first model I'm showing you, that is import space array. That's all. Okay. Module is ready. Now I need to create array variable. So my array variable name is ARR. So or ARR1, whatever you want, you can give it, is equal to array dot array. The first one is module name, first array, second array is the function name. So within brackets, you have to specify the type code of the array. That is I for integer I'm giving, and then I'm giving some set of values. Like I'm giving 10, 20, 30, and 40 and 50 I'm giving. Okay, 5 elements I've given. Now I need to print the array. How to print array? Just print array variable name ARR. That's all. Okay, so in this way we can print. So before this I can print some message saying that array elements are. Okay, so let's try to run it and check it out. Save it, right click, run array1. Now I can see the output here. What is there? Array elements are, so array I comma 10 to 15. But why should I print this I and all? Means you can go for, now let us try to print the first element and last. Okay, so what should I say? I'm going to use indexing now. So first element I want to print. So how to print first element? Comma ARR of 0. 0 is nothing but first element. Same way I want to print the last element. So what is the last element? Negative index. -1 is the last element. In this way you can print first and last elements of array. Okay. So let's run it and check it out. Right click, run array1. Now you can see here first element is 10 and the last element is 50. Okay. Yeah. Now let's try to print the elements from first to last. But this time I don't want to print like this, print ARR. Okay. So rather I wanted to use slicing concept. Okay. So here it is indexing. And now we are going to use slicing. So how to print? I want to print all elements of array from the first to last, forward direction. Okay. Elements of array, comma. So what I'm saying, ARR of 0 colon. Okay, that's all. What is meant by 0 colon? 0 is the first element, and till the last I need to print. I don't know how many elements are there, but I'm able to print all of them together. Now you can see the output last line. So please observe it. We have printed from 10 to 50. Okay, this is the forward direction, but I want to print in reverse direction. Like I want to reverse the array now. Elements in reverse. So what should I say? Just we need to say double colon -1. Then simply prints the array elements in reverse. Let's see the output now. See the last line, 50, 40, 30, 20, and 10. Okay, so in this way, we can use double colon minus 1 to reverse the array. Okay, so now we'll see the first type of array is done, that is said to be I for integer type of array, and we have used this import statement just as the first model, as I said, you import array. But here I am using array dot array, so which is a lengthy process. Now let's switch to the next example where we are going to use the alias name to work with the double type array. Okay, just now we have seen integer type array. The next example we'll see double type array. Okay, let's switch the PPT, and we are talking about double type array. So what is the example? B is my array name is equal to array is the function name, or you can also say array dot array, whatever, as per the import statement. And within single quotes, I have given D for double value. So I can give integers as well inside double, but in integer array we cannot store double values or float values. Okay. So what I said now, 1.5 comma minus 2.23 is an integer value, obviously no issue, 5.75. So like this, I've given some floating point values, or you know double values. Okay, here D is represent double type array where we can store double type values which occupy 8 bytes for each and every element. Okay, let's switch to PyCharm and see this example practically so that we'll understand more clearly. And this time we'll use import statement with alias name. Okay, array2.py. So what is this? So we are defining now double type array. Okay, and so let's importing array module with alias name. So we'll see the second model of importing module in Python, that is import array module as ARR. Now what is ARR here? Alias name. So I can use this alias name at the time of creating or calling array function. Okay. So now what I'm saying is values is equal to values is my array name is equal to arr dot array is enough. So previously what I said, I was saying array dot array, but now what I'm saying arr dot array. So this is the most widely used model. Like people when they are importing NumPy module, they will say import NumPy as np, then they'll use this np dot array like that. So that is the reason most of the people will follow like alias name. Most of the examples like machine learning, or when they go for data science, for all these things people use alias name most widely. So that I'm using this model in this example. So arr dot is my alias name, and array is the function name, and values is my array. And this time, instead of taking integer I as a type code, I'm taking D now. So D stands for double values. And what type of values I can give now? I can give all positive, I mean negative values, positive, and with decimal places or without decimal places. So 2.5, 3.1, comma, minus, you can give 5 and 4.1. Like that, I'm giving some values with decimal places. So now, if I print normally with print values, okay, so what will be printed? It prints exactly same how we are looking, on the screen. See now, look at the output. It is printing array D 2.5, 3.1, 5.0, so 4.1 minus 5.0 and 4.1 like that. But I want to print the array elements with the for loop. Okay, so here the first model I'm using for loop is like for each style. Okay, we are iterating from first element of the array to the last. So iterating throughout the array, okay, with for each or for loop without using range. Okay, so I'm not using range, just I'm saying just for loop. Like first let me print some message array elements. Okay, so what I'm saying, for x in values, because my array name is values, that's all. Now print x, and I want to print all of them side by side and is equal to comma. So in this way I'm printing. Let's run it and check it out. And if you want to give any the separator, you can give colon or a new line. It's up to you. Let's run it and check it out. See the output in the bottom. So array elements 2.5, 3.1, minus 5.0, 4.1. So in this way, I can print all the elements with the for loop. But remember, I didn't use any index here. Actually, this is AR of 0. I mean, values of 0. This is values of 1, 2, and 3 like that. But I didn't use any index here. This is said to be for each style. But I want to print the elements with what you call with index. Then how to print? Let us see this second for loop now. Print I'm giving just to print a new line. And what I'm using now, I'm printing again array elements, but this time I'm using what? Array elements with index. I'm using index now. So previously I didn't use any index, just I said x. So first 2.5 will be stored in x and I'm printing, then 3.1 will be stored in x. I'm printing like that. Every element is getting stored in x and I'm printing. But this time I wanted to use range where I'm using index of the array called values. So what I'm saying, for I in range of, so I, when you say I, it always starts from 0. And range is what? Range is nothing but the length of this particular, you know, array itself. So len of values. So when I say like this, what is happening? It is iterating from 0 to length minus 1. Suppose the length is 4 elements we have right now. It goes from 0 to 3. So it's easy for you to print. But this time what I'm saying, print values of I, comma, and is equal to comma. This is for printing in a separate way. See the output now? Array elements with index. So 2.5, 3.1, minus 5.0, and 4.1. So how do you want it to print is your wish, whether you want to go without its index or with index. So both models I've shown you right now, and you need to try the task like printing elements of an array in reverse. Like I want to print 4.1 first and minus 5 and 3.1 and 2.5 using range. Okay, range with range you need to try with for loop. Okay, yeah. So now we'll go to the next example in which we are talking about the third importing statement, import module, followed by other type code called U for Unicode characters. In this sense, I'm going to use character type array. Okay, so how to use character type array? Just we need to say U here and we need to continue. Let's see that. I'll switch to PyCharm and create a new Python file. So I said array3, then .py will be added automatically. So what are we doing now? Creating character type array. So in this example, I'm going to use like how to use import statement with from. From which module? Array module. What I need to import? I need to import star. Star means all. Okay. So here it is importing the entire module means all classes, methods, whatever we have variables are available when you say like this from array import star. Simply for easy remembering, you can remember like this: import star from array. So in that way you can easily remember. Okay. No boss, first time I'm learning, I don't know any Java or something, means you can remember like this: from which module? Array module. What I'm importing? Import star. Star means all. Okay. It's up to you. Java people will remember import statement. That is why I'm saying like this: import star from array. So I'm importing all contents from which module? Array module. Okay. So now what I can say, I can create a character type array. So this time I'm creating my variable as vowels is equal to, I need to say directly array within brackets U for Unicode characters. And here I'm giving single quotes A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, and then U. A, E, I, O, U. Vowels are ready. So now how to print? Print vowels are, how do I print? I'm using for loop now for each style ch in vowels. That's all. What I'm printing? I'm printing ch. In the same line I need to print, so that I'm using and is equal to comma. Okay, if you want to, if you don't want to give comma, just remove it. Then space will be printed. Let's see the output now. you can see all the characters on the screen. Vowels are A, E, I, O. Okay, so in this way, we have seen all the three different type codes of arrays. The first example, we have seen I as integer. In the second example, we have seen D for double elements, and we have seen this U for Unicode characters. Okay, so thank you so much. And next video, we'll see how to work with modules and built-in modules and user-defined modules. All these things we'll discuss. Thank you so much.